All right, this is Tyus
And Tyus.
with Sublime UX, and we're taking a look at another website today of a company that does home renovations. At least I assume they do home renovations. This is a very interesting mission. It seems that they want to make sure that there's equity in housing and that some of these traditional neighborhoods could stay in the hands of the people who have lived there for generations. And I think that's a very admirable mission.
I agree.
So I love that.
And that's what we're here today.
Yeah, but that's why I also say that we got to look at the site and see how we can help them do better. All right, so in the age of AI, I say the same thing all the time as a developer. Their metadata, they really don't have metadata. They have a title. They don't have anything else. They need to have a description. They need to have FAQs. They need to have information in there that's going to help AI find them. Because they're ORG, that means they probably rely on donations or they rely on a certain amount of funding, maybe from the government, whether it's state, local, or county. They need to make sure that they can be found easily. And if you don't have metadata, you can't get found easily. We need to make sure that AI can find us easy. And I always suggest to nonprofits, especially in the age of AI, you have to make sure you can be found so people can contribute to your mission. All right, so let's go over the basics quickly because this has been very long. Navigation, get rid of the double navigation. You don't need it, especially since these don't even work. The only thing I would suggest, especially if you are going to remove these and you have your social media at the bottom, right now the Instagram actually goes to an Instagram of a different company. That's unacceptable. You have to make sure it goes to your places. This navigation is also very unbalanced. You can see the logo over here is very close to the edge, where over here on the Let's Talk is much wider. It's not centered. You have to center your navigation. That's basics. Fix that. Get rid of this. Fix that. All right. Then we got this
tagline.
It's
useful, but it needs to be more specific. Make a primary mission and then have maybe some secondary or tertiary missions that they also do.
Yeah.
Again, make it bigger.
Way bigger.
For visual importance, because that's what drives people's eyes to a thing is like difference. So size, color, movement, all that.
Yeah, visual hierarchy says this has to be much larger because it's a hero section. 50% of your users go to your hero section and then hit the back button because they assume they're in the wrong place. So I would assume I'm in the wrong place if I come to this site.
Yep. Their read more section, it's your main call to action. Reading more tends not to be what most organizations or companies want you to do first.
They want you to sign up for something.
They want you to sign up for something.
Or give.
Or get involved.
Or buy.
None of that is the organization we assume, because we're confused on what exactly they do by what they've said they've done. But the important thing is read more is not a strong call to action. You have it a secondary if you want, but it cannot be the primary call to action here.
Yeah, if you got a secondary button like read about our history, cool. But can't be the main CTA.
Yep.
Cannot. All right, moving on.
Now moving to the services.
If you're going to have services, these should be buttons that go to pages that I can find out more about these services and read more about it. So again, if this is what I'm looking for, if I'm looking for a racial equality workshop
or their socialization projects,
yeah, I should be able to click on it and go find it. Especially since the nav bar disappeared. If the nav bar was static here, and I know the REI workshop was in the nav bar, then it would be fine, right? But again, it doesn't. These should then jump me to pages where I could read more about what it is you do specifically. Usually in storytelling, you're either doing one or two things. You're either going on a hero's journey, where in this case, maybe you're the one helping them fulfill their dream or whatever it is, whether it's renovating their house or being able to keep their house in their family. Or it's the other side of it where you're doing a problem agitation solution. Our services are part of the solution, but you haven't given us the problem yet. You haven't given us the agitation points.
Yeah, so we'd move those.
Yeah, so I would definitely shift those all the way down. All right, about us. Again, more about us. Make it about your user, not about you. If you're going to have these, push this all the way down or way further down. Increase this font size. Can't have a lowercase e and an uppercase e. All right, this is more of a social proof. I would probably jump this right to the top underneath the hero section. Because this is important. This is social proof to let people know they're in the right place, right? $5 million invested in community. That's part of social proof. That should be right underneath the hero section. Skills. Again, more about you, not about your customers. this could be this could be on a different page.
Yep.
I don't even put it here. All right. Trust partner in your next project. I guess, again, I don't know why people are afraid of larger font sizes. Increase these drastically. Why can't I click on any of these and go anywhere? That's unacceptable. Again, these people make some amazing projects. I've looked at some of their things. I mean, where their headquarters is, but this is the before they started working on it. This is the after.
Yep.
This kind of stuff is gold. This should be part of your main page. I'd probably put that right underneath the hero section, put in some things about some of the work you've done, the beautification projects you've done, because they've done amazing work. Especially if you go to this site and you look at their interiors, they do some amazing
stuff.
Yeah. Their interiors are really nice. I have to go to a separate page to find that. I haven't invested yet. That should be further up. So anyways, those are some of the changes we make. This is Ties and Ties.
If you want to have a longer breakdown of this, hit us up because we could do a lot more. We've had to breeze through a lot of this without explaining some of it. So if you want more of this, hit us up.
Or if you want us to look at your site
as well.
All right. Would love to hear from you. Peace.
Peace.